Thank you for joining us on this Friday evening. You know, whatever you call it, snow melt, runoff, we're getting into that season. And it is popular with kayakers, and they're professional athletes and they're accustomed to this. But those of you who may get on the riverbank or the stream side to watch the activities, be very careful, because this fast water can erode those riverbanks, and you could take a tumble and fall right into the river. And the current's fast and it is cold, life-threatening situation. So please try to avoid at least getting along these riverbanks as we move through and get into the month of May, where all this activity is beginning. Speaking of beginning activity, we had a cold front move through today. You're feeling the cooler temperatures right now. You've been feeling the winds all day, though it didn't produce much. A little bit of snow fell on the Grand Mesa, and I have it on good authority that tonight is going to be their last grooming of the cross-country ski trails up there. Conditions up there could not be more perfect. Tomorrow, regardless of the elevation you're going to be at, you're going to need some sunblock, because we have a lot of sunshine hitting on. We still have some lingering showers along the I-70 corridor coming down from Eisenhower Tunnel into Georgetown. Still some light snow falling around Red Feathers Lake near Fort Collins. But this is high elevation snow, and it's not a lot, but it is enough to complicate your commute on I-70. So please take it easy going or returning, whichever the case may be. But radar has been quiet for the western slope. We never really expected, and that's exactly what we got. Nada. We do have winds. We do have some decent temperatures out there, but the wind is one of the bigger hazards right now. Delta County, Montrose County, again, red flag warning. In fact, get used to this. Many other locations along the western slope, we're going to be back under these red flag warnings next week for the windy, the dry, and the warm temperatures. But Delta County, Montrose County, this goes until 9 p.m. tonight. The Grand Mesa, or I should say the Grand Valley across Mesa County, and then all the way through the I-70 corridor, through DeBeck, past Silt, past the canyon, into Eagle County. These areas highlighted in tan have a wind advisory also going until 9 p.m. tonight. The underlying factor is we just have wind out there, folks. Right now we're looking at wind speeds between 10 and 20 miles per hour. Top wind gust of the day for Grand Junction, 40 mile per hour wind gust. Between the mid 30s and the upper 30s at Delta and Montrose. You get a wind advisory, you are to expect wind gusts greater than the 35 mile per hour zone. That's exactly what we had here in the Grand Junction area. I've seen some wind speeds in the 50s and low 60s across the state, primarily Douglas Pass. 55 mile per hour wind gust. We'll keep these winds going a little bit longer. Sun goes down at 8 o'clock. We should really start slowing things down after that. Both the advisory and the warnings do expire at 9 p.m. tonight. It'll take most of the evening to get things really calm. But these dry conditions, they're not ideal for quickly spreading wildfires. If you have an ignition source, these conditions will spread that fire, threatening lives and property. That big threat right now is east of the divide into the eastern plains. Now, this will continue next week, the threat of red flag warnings, the dry conditions. So that is something I want you to keep in mind. Just try to avoid open flames, any source of ignition, the human element, because we'll have the natural element in a few occurrences with lightning strikes. Keep that in mind. Cold front tonight, it's going to continue trucking to the east. We felt the breezy conditions, the cooler temperatures, obviously. And then getting into tomorrow, the trough of low pressure, you can see off towards the east. That's cradling the storm system. We replaced it with a ridge of high pressure. It's temporary for Saturday, but Saturday's going to be hitting on all cylinders. Get outside, enjoy the weather. Lots of sunshine, not a lot of wind. Temperatures could not be more perfect as we wrap up April and get into the month of May. So I'm encouraging you to get outside, because quick on the heels of that great weather Saturday, we have the first of several storm systems moving through the region for Sunday evening. Sunday evening, we could get some thunderstorms kicking up, but Sunday itself, we're going to add cloud coverage. We're going to add wind back into the forecast, and we could even see a couple of thunderstorms. Some of those Sunday late could be the trigger mechanism, lightning strikes with dry storms. So we may not get some rain. We have a chance, but more likely we're going to remain dry. Current temperatures right now, we're in the 60s. High temperature today, not far from those numbers. These are below the averages. We should be upper 60s for Montrose. We should be at 70 for Grand Junction. We didn't hit that today. Tomorrow morning, we're still going to be under the influence on the backside of this system of these cooler temperatures. So watch the starts in Montrose and Delta, pretty close to the 30-degree mark. That's a chilly start, but it won't last long. Again, Saturday's my pick. We have a lot of conditions that are conducive to perfection for spring. Temperatures hitting right where they should be. Not a lot of wind. Mostly sunny conditions. Get that wide-brimmed hat. Get that sunblock. Make sure you hydrate because we're getting into the season where things are getting warmer and you need to drink plenty of water.